we have learned in this past incredible 5 weeks, and also to follow this beautiful in and out country, Australia. Am I pronouncing it well? Australia. Australia. We for sure come from a beautiful country, and we love our country so much, unconditionally, deeply, and madly. That's why we did gambling with our future jobs, even our current jobs, our personal ambitions, relationships, and also family to be here. We've sacrificed so many things to be the chosen ones by our government, to represent thousands of youth back home, to come here and learn from Australia. However, as we arrived here, we realized that we have to work harder for Indonesia. There is so much left to do for our country. What Indonesia is now is not enough. We got a lot of homework to do. Tourism and hospitality are the two of the main issues. People usually say Indonesia is beautiful, full of potentials. But we as Indonesians are still asking, why do we seem to be left behind? Fortunately, our new elected government put tourism as one of the government issues now. They see the potential and they realize that something has to be done. It is a big chunk of work, but it's amazing that they trust us, the youth, to take a part, start doing something. From this program, we have learned so much. We learned almost anything. From the very simple thing, we learn to say, "How are you doing, mate?" to everyone, anytime, everywhere. People always say Indonesians are friendly, but we just realized that we are not friendly enough once we arrived here in Australia. Australians are even friendlier, and that's the first little step of practicing hospitality. We also learned the more complicated one for us as Indonesians, at least at that in tourism. It's better to be anticipative rather than be reactive. This is very important because what we have been doing this far back home is that we just be ready, prepare anything, fix this, fix that, after people come, see, and then told us, hey, your place is very potential. It's touristic. Supposedly, it should be done the other way around. Prepare the destination, make the best of it, consistently, then slowly but surely people would come, and by the end of the day, they would come home with nothing but happy memories because everything is anticipated. As a result, it is well prepared and well served. Automatically, they would love to tell their friends and family to come and visit as well. Hand in hand with that, Peter, one of our drivers, a good, friendly, and informative one, told us. He said that tourism is the best industry ever existed, and it will last so long. He reminds us also to always involve our local community in doing tourism. The same message that's strongly delivered by Dr. Alexandra, making value and capturing value. These are the messages that we repeatedly got from the whole program. Here in Australia, through the presentation and all activities, we learned that if we come here with the idea of making East Nusa Tenggara a new Bali, then we are wrong. Bali should stay as Bali. It works the same with Australia. Australia should stay as Australia. East Nusa Tenggara has its own beauty and precious culture to exhibit, right?
Yes.
Although we still call Australia home, we learn how to be proud of our entity and to define our own entity as a new tourism territory instead. It feels amazing having someone who we look up to saying, "You are incredible, you can do it." And that is what we will bring home and do the same to our people. The lessons learned are visible in the project plan that we made with the help of the Griffith team. So the government should not be worried about us. The Griffith team has patiently guided us, made us sit think, and reflect things related to our action plan, individually as well as in a group. After this program, some of us are ready to start a business in handicraft, empowering local communities to sharpen their skills and make use of natural resources and support tourism, start from Sumba and Timor Island. Some of us would work on accommodation, bed and breakfast, linked with tour guiding and transportation provider. Some of us would have tour package with focus on the historical heritage of Kota Kupang, and it's important that they start with schools as their target market. Some would work on our local food and ingredients. They have focused so much learn about food standard service, food safety and hygiene in the Barrington. And they are ready to set up the fire, start a business in providing measured as well as standardized food for domestic and international tourists. And in the stage of marketing, we also have projects which work on digital literacy exposing, documentary movie, and well-built and managed compact website. These last three would provide complete and competitive information for the targeted visitors. I know this sounds huge and ambitious, but that's what we are here for. Not by ourselves, not individually, not in group doing our own things and plans, but all together. We will work together and build up a network among all of us, the 25 of us here. And yes, together we are huge and ambitious. In the side of hospitality, sorry if it's long, we learned that hospitality is not about making people happy and get beautiful amount of revenue for the business, but hospitality in tourism is about simply make people happy and make sure that at the end of the day, they would go home with positive emotion, engagement to remember, relationship to keep, meaning to be lived, and achievement to be proud of. It's Perma by Dr. Sarah. That's what also the experience that we had with the Griffith team. It's always been an honor to be a part of the whole program. So our gratitude goes to Associate Professor Kevin Philo as the Acting Deputy Head of Department Tourism, Sport and Hotel Management, Griffith University. Also to Dr. Sarah Gardner as the Director of Griffith Institute of Tourism, as well as to Ms. Helen Buell, the Manager of the International Business Development Unit, and also Mr. Bob Gill, the Manager of Barrington College. It's wonderful, wonderful time that we had at Barrington. Thank you for making all of this possible for us. This entire experience is the turning point for each of us to dream bigger and do better for entity. The presentations, the site visitings activities, the academic guidance, the logistics setting, and the sightseeing experience, all together with shopping, of course, are beautiful and incredibly amazing. I must say this, I'm not exaggerating things, but I'm sure that this is what all of us want to say to you. So to Dr. Sarah Fada, on behalf of my friends, we also want to express our gratitude for your dedications, passions, wise suggestions during the process. And also in the presentations, we met incredible people. Dr. Alexandra, we got good networking, experience, and learning. Also having the chance in Barrington College also has been an amazing experience for all of us. To Shaw, Jackie, and Michael, Kakak Michael, thank you for taking care of our trip, accommodation, and food. It was always the first time experience for some of us, operating toaster, fancy washing machine, first time staying at fancy apartment, hotel and resort, being in a ferry. It also was the first time for some of us. Thanks for the beautiful arrangement, especially about the food. We apologize for the complicated request on the menu. I know that it's been hard for you. We cannot live without rice. And our mom's cooking, which made it so beautiful. We also apologize for the noise that we made on chit-chatting, taking pictures all the time, dancing and singing even along the way on the bus. But all of those are the expressions of being grateful of what we got and experienced here, and at the same time, the expression of missing hope. So now we have to go back. And of course, our gratitude goes to the government and Undana University, which represented today by Dr. Maria Lobo. Without these two parties, we won't get this amazing chance because it's expensive. But we are lucky to God. But and also the government should not be worried because we ourselves always we will do our best because we are once again huge and ambitious. And finally, I have to stop this before I got to be too emotional myself. So thank you seem to be not enough. So come and visit us in East Nusa Tenggara. We will cover our advanced gratitude with our hospitality service. We also came up with an association to establish after this program just this morning. Even though it's still a raw idea, but we are sure that it will be something good for us to give back to the community back home. Thank you.
Yeah. Now.